Hey y'all, it's Megan. Welcome back to the channel. Glad y'all are here today. Come spend some time with us today. We're still working on this chicken coop, but we're hoping that we're in the short rows and gonna get it done today. Is that what our hope is?
Well, considering what time it is already this season, I'm starting to highly doubt that we're actually done. But maybe we can at least get a little bit of the wire put on this evening.
Yep.
That's my thought process. We might get like one side done, but we're quickly going to run out of daylight at this point.
That time of year.
Yeah.
So Andy's working on the big door. If y'all remember, this is going to be our big door that is for putting in wood chips with the tractor and getting the tractor in and out to scoop out that deep bedding when the chickens are not in here.
Yep. So it's sturdied up a lot, and I think y'all watched me put this cross bracing here in, but then I also added one across there, and I even put the little piece right in the middle to make it look like there's a board going directly across there, when really it's not, but it looks solid across there now. And so now all I've got left to do, I've got the top hinge on already. I'm gonna put a middle hinge here, and we're gonna put one down at the bottom. And then all I should have to do is pull out the screw I have there and the screw I have there holding it up. And this thing should, in theory, swing out. We're gonna find out here shortly.
And we are on a little bit of a slope, so Andy built the frame to the door on the coop itself. So once it opens, this bottom part is not going to be level, and we know that. That's the purpose of doing it this way.
In fact, we may end up still having to dig just a little right here with a shovel, because it's probably gonna hit. Now, I don't want you to push it up tight. I want it tight right here. And the reason for that is when I screw this in, I'm hoping it pulls that 2x4 back that way.
Oh, okay. So what do you want me to do?
Just hold it just exactly where I got it right there.
Like that?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. We might can slide it out just a smidge it.
Let's make sure it didn't go off.
These are short enough they won't go all the way through. So now, it should pull it back up right. Yeah, that's right. Yep, it's hitting down there like I figured it would. We better dig that out. This one opens better now. I sanded it down.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
It wouldn't hurt for us to hang a weight on that door to make it pull itself closed like a screen door when you go in and out.
Do you think they're gonna leave it open?
I mean, I don't think they would mean to. I don't mean that. I mean, or I might leave it open and be in a hurry or something. You know what I mean?
That's when you just don't be in a hurry. But that would be pretty cool.
I mean, just put a weight on it, not even like a spring, just something heavy on the end of it. There it goes.
Uh-oh.
What?
Oh, you dummy. Ha! Come here.
What?
Catch it on camera.
What?
I had a blonde moment. You ought to know better than this.
What?
Look at this, what I done. I screwed the door to the back side of the hinge so that I won't let it swing. What I need to do to fix that.
Just take those screws out?
Yeah, but I need to straighten these hinges back out. I was like, why is them hinges so hard to swing?
You was bending them.
I guess I need to drill another hole. I don't really like that, but I guess that's how it's gonna be. Now it swings. I can't believe I'd done that. But it opened.
Yep.
My design worked except for screwing the wrong part of the hinge to the door.
Happens to the best of us. You don't put doors on every day.
No, I ought to know better than that. I don't know. Don't know what I was thinking. Oh, well, it happens every once in a while. I'm going to see if I can drill some holes in these, and then we'll get to putting the wire on.
Okay.
Oops. I can't reach that up there. I have to get on the ladder. Go ahead and throw 2 screws in this. These are the 2 that bent out the worst anyway. See there how it pulled that back in?
Yeah.
That looks a lot better.
Well, dear, it's on the back side. You can't see it no way.
I still can't believe I done it. Oh, me. All right.
Should we swing it again?
Oh, it's going to work. Ain't no use in swinging it again. Let's put some wire on it.
All right.
I feel like I could probably, if I have to, do the door by itself because I can cut the short sections. So let's do the long sections first.
Okay.
Well, to make this easier on ourselves, let's measure how long the wire is going to have to be. Then we'll roll the wire out on the ground and cut that length of wire off. And then we've got to, you know, we're not handling that big roll.
That's a good idea.
Plus, we'll put the, I guess we can put the top run on first.
Well, the good news is part of it's already got wire on it.
Yeah. And see, what we'll do is we'll get the top run down here first, across the top first. We'll get the top run across the bottom first. And that way, the rest of it, if I have to, I can finish it up in the evening and you won't have to help me.
Okay.
So I can do what's on the ground a lot easier than
What's
what
up
I got to
high?
hold up in there.
Okay.
I want you to pull off of the outside corner. Got it?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Your tape measure's not long.
We run out of tape. Well, it's longer than 25 foot. All right, so right there is 272 inches. All right, let go of it. 272. Hold it right there. $272 plus 57. What is that?
272 plus 50 would be 322 plus 7, 329.
329 inches.
I got it as fast as your calculator did. Here, I'll stand on this back here. It's wanting to roll back up.
$329. All right, bring it to right here.
Right where?
Right there. 29. I think this right here is going to be our longest piece.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
Unless we decide to put some on top.
Well, my thing is,
It would help if I'd have got this wire right here out of the way.
probably would have.
All right, where are you?
I'm even with this other wire.
Oh, you mean down that way?
Yeah.
I want you to go to where it's flush at the top so I ain't got to cut no more. And it can just overlap down here. Know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay.
Beautiful.
Wonderful. Why don't you use these staples like you got in this?
Because they didn't have none.
Oh, okay. That's a good reason then.
What I'll do is put up enough to hold it.
Then go back and
Then I'll
finish
go
it.
back and do it because it ain't no use in you wasting all your time standing out here just because I got a nail.
What you're saying is you're hungry and you want me to go cook supper.
I'm actually about to starve, honestly. If you must know the truth.
I've been married to you long enough. I know. I pick it up with you laying down. I understand what you're saying.
What are you saying here?
But you're gonna hurry up and get this nailed up here so I can go fix supper. And feed these critters.
I know, everything got to be fed too. All right, well that can sit there.
Okay.
Let's go to the other side. You reckon this is gonna run out of tape too?
It's not quite as far.
Yep, it did.
It run out.
25 is right here. What'd I say that was?
25.
25 foot and 10 inches is what we need to cut it.
Okay.
25, 10. 25 foot, 10 inches.
All right.
And to hold it on the solid wire. There you go.
I got you.
Right
You
here.
got your cutters?
Yep.
Now the horses are hollering for me. Did you hear him?
I did. Yep, I'm gonna have to get a ladder.
Yeah.
Making sure it's sitting about half level.
At least I got the two hardest to manage. One sizes.
Yeah, everything else is, every other piece will be a short piece.
Right.
So definitely I should be able to handle the rest of it by myself.
All right, I'll start down there then and work my way up here. I'm gonna run down here and get these critters fed before I get supper started. The kids are hanging out with grandparents this afternoon, helping get stuff ready for hog killing coming up very, very soon, because we all do it as a family. And so that's where they are, but they usually take care of the pigs and these steers and the chickens. I guess that's Mama's job this evening. I was hoping I would beat them, but it sounds like they're already hanging out in the building. Did I scare y'all to death? Hey, piggy, piggy, piggy. Hey, piggy. That right? Yeah, ain't that right? You can't see your eyes. Hey, baby. Like you got feed in your ear. Let's go. House turn. Come on. Come on. Don't you open that gate. Watch out. Watch out. Get out of the way. Watch out. Come on. Come on, Cookie. Here. Yeah, my girl. Oh my gosh. Yeah, my sweet girl. My sweet girl. Ain't you? Ain't you? Now, are you about done? Hamburger, don't come in here. You done? Huh? Go. Candy. Hello. Go. You are not coming out here.
So it's well, actually 2 or 3 days later from the last time, or from just a few minutes ago in this video. I've got left this door to put the wire on, the bottom section right here, and the far end over there. So I'm gonna work on that, and hopefully we can actually move our chickens into this house by the end of this video. I've been thinking about my hinge situation here, trying to figure out just exactly where I went wrong, and dummy me should have had the hinge part here. Now, why in the world I thought it was going to work to do this and screw into that is beyond me. I guess I just had one of those moments. But either way, if I were going to use this door on a regular basis, I would move this hinge to where the hinge point is right there, and then I would just fold this piece right here around the outside, kind of like I done right there. But being that this thing's only going to open a few times a year, this is going to work. However, like I said, if I was going to be opening this door a lot, I would move that and fix it right. But I think that's going to work for now. But what I've got to do is, let's see, I'm just going to measure out this piece, go ahead and get this one cut, tack it up. We'll do the door, get it tacked up. Then we'll get that end over there, and I need to get a few wood chips put in here. I don't have very many wood chips here, so I'm not going to put like a really deep layer in there yet, but I am going to put them something in there that they can scratch around in. I'm gonna have to be somewhat careful on this side because I've got the electric fence right there below me, and if this wire gets down that way somehow or another, I might be getting a little jolt of energy this morning that I wasn't really looking for. So just for aesthetic reasons, I want to keep this wire running somewhat level. So I'm going to have to trim down along the bottom side here, because you probably can't tell this from on the camera, but from that corner there to this end, the ground starts to slope up. So I'm going to have the wire straight with this wire and the building, but it's just like I said, I'm going to have to trim off the bottom side to make it fit that slope. But I'm going to nail it up first, and I should be able to get it all nailed up tight and see exactly what I need to trim after it's nailed. So I'll tell y'all somewhat of a funny story before I start trimming this here. Other evening, Daddy came up here and was looking at my chicken coop, and he asked me why I didn't trim this wire so that this wire was flush with the bottom of the other wire instead of it overlapping. And it would have looked better, but honestly, the way they blend together, you can't hardly tell that I didn't do that anyways. But I told him, I said, well, you know, as much as me and Megan change our mind around here, 5 years from now, we're liable to be taking this thing back down. And if I leave it a full 4-foot strip, then I'll have a full 4-foot strip or 4-foot wide strip of wire that can possibly be used for something else. I said, if I trim it, then I'm going to have a really narrow strip of wire that could potentially not be good for anything. And he just laughed and he said, yeah, I know, y'all can't never make your mind up about what you want. And that's true. We change our stuff all the time, y'all. It's hard to know exactly what you want when you first start out with everything. And so, you know, we just kind of do what we think we wanted to do, what we thought was right, and then we realize, hey, that didn't play out like we was planning on it doing, and, well, we do something else. See, now I am trimming this right here, but the thing of it is this piece of wire won't work unless I trim it, so. There. Now we just gotta tack that up and that section's gonna be done. So I've got the bottom side here done. It's all finished up, tied into the old original fence there. I got this piece right here around the top of the existing chicken house there. I just left some wire hanging down like this. Hopefully that'll keep any critters from coming in. There is a questionable spot right there, but I don't think nothing's gonna try to squeeze through that. We got this end done here. So all that's buttoned up real nice. Only thing I've got left to put wire on is this end door. And One more thing I want to address here is y'all have heard us say a couple of times we don't think we're going to put wire across the top. Well, we have had another idea, and I'm actually about out of wire. So if I put wire on top of this thing, I'm going to have to go buy more wire. But what I've come up with is, since we're right here at the electric fence, I think I'm going to run me a hot wire all the way around the top of this thing, and that's going to be so high I don't have to worry about one of us running into it. It's not going to be in our way. And even the way I've got the door made, it can run across that top board, and I'm not going to have to unhook anything when I open any doors. And I'm assuming that since this metal wire here is touching the ground, for the most part all the way around, that if something were to try to climb up it, that metal wire is grounded, so the hot wire that's up top would shock whatever's trying to crawl over. So that's going to be, I think, what we're going to do here. Now, that's not going to be right away here, but I think I am going to put me a hot wire across there. And I can test that too. I can take my fence tester and put the ground rod to the metal wire and put the tester part on the hot wire and see if it'll shows that we've got power on. And if it does, then it should shock any animal that's touching the wire and trying to crawl over. It would definitely have to be grounded in some way or another, because if not, it's not going to shock whatever animal's touching it. So then at that point it would be pointless. Anyways, all I've got left to do is put the wire on this end door here, and this thing will just about be ready for chickens. Comes the boss lady. Coming down here to check and make sure I've done a good job.
I'm down here to supervise.
Supervise. I'm about done.
It looks good.
All I've got to do is the end wire.
It looks really good.
I've got all that on the other end over there finished. So it's about ready to move some chickens into.
It's plumb nice.
Plumb nice.
Yep.
I'll move you into it.
I hear you. Yeah, now you got somewhere to sleep. You better not make me mad.
Is that right? I got me a helper now. At least I think I do. We got to cut the wire to put on the end of the gate, and luckily I have enough old wire that came off the old house. I got a piece there and another one laying over there in the gravel that will cover this end right here. So let's get this cut and get it hung, and then hopefully next scene will be us moving the chickens in. Let's see, this should be right 8 foot, but we better check it. Yeah, if I cut that wire right at 8 foot, maybe a little longer than 8. All right, Maggie, will you hold down this end? Cut it just a hair longer than 8 foot. Get over there and push that wire up against the wood. Is it too long? Is it going past the wood over there?
Yes, kind of. It's going to pass right here.
All right. I can get it now. Oh, it's gonna work. Thank you, sir.
You don't reach into your pocket so much you wore a hole.
Looks that way, don't it? Are you pretending you're a chicken?
Yes.
Well, since you're a chicken, do you like your new coop?
Yes.
Now we got one more piece of wire to cut.
Come on. Sure no raccoon can climb up this?
Well, I was telling Mama I think we might put a power electric wire across the top.
Oh.
And that should, I mean, they can still climb the fence, but once they got up there, they'll hit that electric wire and it'll shock them.
Yeah, and they'll be like, I don't want to go ever again.
You think so? All right, Maggie. I don't need nobody else holding. Jacob, I don't need nobody else holding nothing. If y'all want to go play, go on. It's probably one of the last decently warm days we're going to have.
Come on, Maggie.
Well, construction on the chicken coop is finally done. Y'all don't know how happy I am that this is finally done. Only thing I've got left is put me some wood chips in here, and then these chickens will be ready to roll in here tonight. And what we're gonna do is come out, once they all go into their little house, we'll come out, shut the door up on it, and roll it into the big door over here. We've never had a legit winter chicken coop, and I'm pretty excited about it, y'all, because it does get so aggravating chasing water hoses all over the pasture when it gets cold because they're constantly froze. It's going to be so nice to have something right here at the water spigot where we can just get water out. You know, we don't have to worry about frozen water hoses or anything like that. This is going to be so nice. I cannot wait, honestly. But anyways, she's done. Let's get some, I'm going to get my tools cleaned up, then I go get some wood chips and put in here and be ready for tonight. Well, here's what's left of the wood chip pile I had up here. A lot of this is actually done rotted down pretty good, but I'm still going to put it in there because there's a lot of this Bermuda grass, and all those shoots are all up in these wood chips. And if I were to go ahead and use this as like mulch right now around some of my plants, that Bermuda grass would just take over. So I'm hoping that by putting it in the chicken coop here, that the chickens will scratch through it, keep all that right there pulled out, and when it starts to sprout in the spring, maybe they'll scratch it out then and keep it pulled out of there. But anyways, I'm hoping that it'll do away with that Bermuda grass that's in there because it's all in these wood chips. Let's get the roll bar folded down, get our new door opened up, see how this is going to work. I don't have many wood chips, but we'll get started with this right here, and then I've got to go up to our other place up here where the cornfield is. We've had a bunch of wood chips delivered up there, just simply because that's where we've got room for the trucks and stuff to get in and out with. I'll go up there, fill up my dump truck, and bring me a load back down here to have to put on this right here. But let's let them dig through this first. They'll scratch most of this out. I'm not going to spread it out too much. Just spread it out enough that we can get that mobile coop in here. Look right here. There's grubs all in this. So them chickens are going to have fun when they get turned out tomorrow morning. Now the challenge for us is going to be keeping this covered in fresh wood chips all the time whenever it needs it, which I'm expecting. I'm going to say that I'm probably going to have to add wood chips to this about every 2 weeks. That's just a guess, but that's my guess, is about every 2 weeks. And what those wood chips will do, will keep it from being muddy. They'll keep the stench down, you know, if it starts to stink, the wood chips will kind of insulate that out. And the wood chips are going to break down over time and provide us with some beautiful compost. Well, she is ready. Wood chips in there. I put a latch there, a latch down there. I know I originally said I was going to screw this shut, but I decided that having a latch there would probably just be easier. So I found those 2 latches laying around. Got one at the top and one at the bottom to hold it in. Ready for chickens. Man, y'all don't know how excited I am to see our chickens go in there. I cannot wait to open that chicken door in the morning and let those chickens out of that box.
Well, it's about dark. Everybody's up but the rooster.
Yep.
So we're gonna see if we can get the chickens rolled into their new home. It's amazing how much these phones pick up light because it's all but dark out here. Y'all get to enjoy that beautiful sunset. We don't get to show y'all very much though.
Rooster, you need to hurry up and get in there.
We don't have to worry about the rooster, right?
Yep.
It's locked up. There we go. It's in its new home.
Yep.
And you can get around it. You actually got room. That's what I was worried about.
No, let's shut the gate or we can let them out or not.
No, I'm going to leave a door.
Yeah, well,
I'm going to leave
open
a
it.
door shut.
We're gonna have to shut it while they're in here because it ain't nothing to keep the critters out.
They're like, but we don't want to stay in here overnight.
Yes, so every night, we just have to come down here and shut this door.
Or we don't.
Which ain't that bad of a task.
No.
All right, I got to pick up on it just a little.
The thing I found is with stuff like this,
So not we get them yet.
the best thing to do is build it the best you know how and make adjustments as you see you need them.
Yeah. Well, it looks pretty.
Yeah, it looks nice.
I am so glad them chickens are in here now. Man,
Yeah.
I'm so glad. We don't have to deal with no more nets this winter. We don't have to fight a frozen water hose.
That's the biggest thing.
It's just going to be so nice. So nice. Maggie, I'm glad you forgot. I mean, remember that gate. I'd done forgot when I had to shut that one. Look at the sky. The sky is so pretty this evening.
It is.
See, this is what I like about coming out here at this time of day.
Right.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have been out here and seen it. Well,
There they are.
we'll be back in the morning when we undo them.
Hi.
All right, open the door, little Maggie. You gonna open the door on the chicken coop?
Yeah.
There they are.
They're like, look, what is this new place?
I know, right? Well, they'll be give out by the end of the day, won't they?
Yeah.
Don't swing it.
I haven't all seen.
I'm sure they will. Every bit of
If y'all
it.
enjoyed today's video, hope you might have learned a little something. I'm glad this is one big project off the list.
That's right.
So, anyways, till we see y'all on the next one.
Y'all have a good one.
Have a good one.